Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Whitaker. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Penn State 21, Clemson 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. And it's picked off for the third time today. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Going to run it. It's McCaffrey. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small game and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the 1st down mark, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down and shoot. And I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got his man quickly. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Handoff from the shotgun. Ball is free. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Clemson, 0.
Fair catch called for and made. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Knight. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Knight. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Off he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his man. It's McCaffrey. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Using his legs, it's McCaffrey. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brought down on the play at the 11-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Quarterback moving. He's got it on the move. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Penn State.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pushes ahead. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll call for the fair catch here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this 2nd half, lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. The corners are walked up tight. Trying to set the tone with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in the pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable, flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
On second down, just keeps firing. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Off play action on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
Black 24. Black 24. Come on, set.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Penn State.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Razor. Ready, go.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Touchdown, Penn State! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Penn State 42, Clemson 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Skips away from pressure. He'll throw one to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
He wants to pass it on second down. This time it's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Clemson jumps to the line. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Taking it the other way. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six.
Clemson 7.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah.
Makes the grab on the left side. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Spreads it inside the 10. Touchdown, Penn State! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Tulane is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 20 to UCLA. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it. Going for it all. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Clemson. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And he tacks on the extra point. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute well.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Running back searching for a hole. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Corners are going to bail. Wants to throw on first down. The quick out. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the triple option sounds so great, right? I have so many options, but that quarterback has to read all those things and read them really, really fast. You could tell he was trying to make a decision. He kept stringing them out, He couldn't get any yards on the play. Look for the quarterback to maybe pitch the ball and make some decisions a little faster in the future.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. And the pass hits, picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Going up top on 1st down. It's complete on the right side.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. The throw to the outside is complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Good enough for 1st down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Penn State 56, Clemson.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Obliterates him, still on the move. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Got enough space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Penn State 63, Clemson 28.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Quarterback checking off. He's looking to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
He's looking for a man on second down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. He's off to the races. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense put some points up. Man, if they'd have started a little bit better, they might have had a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
And they tacked on the extra point. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Fair catch called for and made. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now.
691, Gators score.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple. But the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
Second down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it again. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Offense set on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to him. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
First down.
to the air on first down. He's right on target. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense move.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Comes out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He's going to pass on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Wide out in motion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
On second down, they'll take to the air. Looking for the score. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle. A nice job by this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half-minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
First down for this offense.
Here we go.
Looking for space. It's McCaffrey. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. When we get to the off season and they start having coaching clinics, they're